Hi, beloveds. Do you know why most people fail at negotiating the salary they want? It's because they don't even try in the first place. The job search can be stressful, disheartening, and even painful. Sometimes, by the time we get a job offer, we're desperate. The bad news is that employers can tell when an applicant is desperate. And the employer's job is to get the highest quality work at the least amount of money. So most employers will not offer you the highest amount available for the position you're applying to unless you ask and petition for it. If you get a salary range, then you're lucky. Employers that provide a salary range before you even ask are in the minority. It also shows that that particular employer is transparent in a good way. So think about this yourself. If you were trying to buy a computer and two stores had computers that were pretty much the same, except one was $500 less than the other, you would probably purchase the computer that costs less. It's just common sense. The only reason you would purchase the one that's more expensive is if it were truly different in a good way, in a way that would make a huge, meaningful difference to you. This is why we buy a $6 coffee at Starbucks instead of a $2, coffee at 7-Eleven. But someone has to be clear and articulate the difference between those two. And in terms of salary negotiations, that person needs to be you. If you truly feel that the salary that you've been offered is fair and meets your goals, then that's great. But how do you even know if it's fair? Have you checked the market rate, for the work that you're doing within the industry? So think about this. For example, just because you're an administrative assistant at one place, making a certain amount of money, if you go to another job with the same title, an administrative assistant in one place can be very different at another. So make sure you're taking into account the actual job duties and responsibilities and all of that. You could be an administrative assistant for an office of 5 or an office of 30. That role is going to be very different in those kind of environments, and that's just one factor. So also, let's say that when considering two different salaries, one salary is high and the other salary is lower, but the other salary that's lower, that has benefits that are way super high and awesome, and your commute is shortened, or maybe you can even work from home. This option of a lower salary with better benefits and commute may be better for you than a higher salary where you have to travel 2 hours and have little to no other benefits or flexibility. So the point is to remember that salary negotiation isn't just about salary. It's about your whole compensation package, your benefits, and flexibility. And salary negotiation, it's about being clear and articulating the added value that you bring to the table, which justifies the salary you're asking for. Salary negotiation is about self-care, self-love, and speaking up for yourself, and also knowing your value professionally. And the reason you need a salary increase, let's say, is because you think you deserve it. And if the only justification that you can come up with for why you deserve a raise is because, you've worked there for a long time and so got a raise, and, then that's just not good enough. If that's the only justification you can provide, then you need to be honest with yourself, take a step back and just reevaluate, everything. So consider this. Consider putting yourself in your boss's shoes. If things were the other way around, would you just give someone more money for no reason? Maybe. But remember, this is the workplace and it's not a charity. So if you were your boss and one of your employees asked for a raise, think about what would you need to hear and what documentation would you need to see to help you convince those above you who may need to sign off on the raise that a raise is warranted. So just think about that. Put yourself in your boss's shoes, assuming that they also feel that you deserve a raise, okay? So what steps do they need to take? What do you need to hear? What documentation? And remember this, that our career situation directly impacts our financial, emotional, physical, spiritual wellness. And if our career wellness is in bad shape, so many other areas of our life will suffer, okay? So prioritize your career wellness, self-care, and love. Know your professional value, fight for it, speak up, all right? So if you want to learn more about salary negotiation, you are invited to join me in my next Strategies for Successful Salary Negotiation mini workshop. It's open enrollment and it's free. So anyone can attend via Zoom, and you can also request this mini workshop for your own private group, school, or organization. Just send me a private message or email. All right, well, see you soon. Bye-bye.